The glass towers of Gangnam pierce the Seoul skyline like crystalline daggers. Inside the headquarters of Hwang Corporation, the country's third-largest pharmaceutical empire, 28-year-old Dr. Hwang Min-jun adjusts his Patek Philippe watch, a gift from his father on his Harvard Medical School graduation. His white coat bears the insignia of Seoul National University Hospital, where he works as a cardiothoracic surgeon 3 days a week. The other 4 days, he manages his family's research division, developing cutting-edge cardiac medications. Min-jun's life is precision itself. Every minute accounted for, every relationship transactional, every marriage candidate pre-approved by his mother, Madame Hwang Seo-yeon, former Miss Korea and current queen of Seoul's social elite. Min-jun, the Jung family's daughter, returns from Paris next week. She's perfect. Medical degree, proper family, and she understands our world. His mother's voice cuts through his office like a surgical blade. She enters without knocking, she never does. Her Chanel suit probably costs more than most Koreans make in 6 months. Min-jun doesn't look up from his patient files. I'll meet her at the charity gala. You'll marry her by spring. His mother corrects, not asks. Zara Thompson wipes down the counter of Thompson's Diner, the restaurant her late grandmother left her. At 26, she's been running this place for 3 years since Graham passed. The diner sits on Route 47, serving truckers, locals, and the occasional lost tourist. Zara's dreams are bigger than this small town. She's been saving every penny, teaching herself Korean through apps and K-dramas, preparing for the teaching exchange program she applied to 6 months ago. Her best friend Maya bursts through the door, waving an envelope. Girl, it came. Zara's hands tremble as she opens it. Seoul International School. Teaching position. Start date, 2 weeks. Her daddy, Robert Thompson, a mechanic with hands permanently stained with engine oil and a heart of pure gold, pulls her into a bear hug. My baby's going to Korea. Graham would be so proud. But Zara's mama passed when she was young, and Graham raised her. Now Graham's gone too. This diner, this town, it's all she knows. And she's about to trade it for a city of 10 million people where she doesn't speak the language fluently, doesn't know the customs, doesn't understand the rules. I'm terrified. That's how you know you're living. Zara emerges from customs, dragging 2 suitcases and carrying her grandmother's recipe book, her most precious possession. Seoul hits her like a wall of neon and noise. Everything moves faster here. Everything is more. More lights, more people, more everything. She's supposed to meet her school coordinator, but her phone isn't working despite buying the SIM card online. Panic starts to creep in. She's standing in the middle of Incheon International Airport, one of the world's busiest, completely lost. Excuse me, do you speak English? She asks a passing businessman. He walks past without acknowledgement. She tries again, and again. 15 minutes pass. Her anxiety spikes. Then she hears it. You look lost. Perfect English, smooth as whiskey, with just a hint of a Korean accent. She turns, and her breath catches. Min-jun stands there in a Tom Ford suit, fresh off a flight from a medical conference in Tokyo. He's not supposed to be in the arrivals area. His driver usually meets him at a private entrance, but he took a wrong turn while on a phone call, something he never does. Yes, my phone isn't working, and I can't find my coordinator. Something about her throws him off. Maybe it's the way she clutches that worn recipe book. Maybe it's the small-town openness in her eyes, so different from the calculated gazes he's used to. Maybe it's the way her natural curls frame her face, or the genuine gratitude in her smile when he offers to help. I can help you. His driver is waiting. He has a meeting in 45 minutes. He never deviates from his schedule, but he helps her anyway. He gets her phone working, helps her find the school coordinator's new location. They moved last minute, and even ensures she gets into the right taxi with the correct address written in Korean. Thank you so much, June. Welcome to Seoul. Not Dr. Hwang. Not the Hwang heir, just June, using the name his American friends called him at Harvard. I'm Zara. Thank you, June, really. Their hands touch briefly when he hands her the paper with the address. A moment, just a moment, but something shifts. Min-jun watches her taxi disappear into Seoul's traffic. He's 15 minutes late to his meeting. He's never late. Zara's first day teaching English is chaos. The kids are sweet but mischievous. She's learning Korean honorifics, trying not to bow at the wrong depth, and accidentally mixed up the words for thank you and avocado during lunch, causing an entire teacher's lounge to erupt in laughter. By evening, she's exhausted but exhilarated. She finds a small restaurant near her tiny apartment in Hongdae and sits down, attempting to order in broken Korean. Bibimbap, juseyo? The owner nods, smiling at her attempt. And then he walks in. June, the airport angel. Zara? Their eyes meet. The coincidence seems impossible in a city of 10 million. June, what are the odds? He's equally stunned. This restaurant is owned by his family's former housekeeper, Mrs. Kim, who retired and started this place. He comes here when he needs to escape his world. No reporters, no expectations, just Mrs. Kim's homemade kimchi jjigae. They end up sharing a table, sharing food, sharing stories. She learns he's a doctor. He learns she's a teacher. Neither mentions the full truth. He doesn't say he's a Hwang. She doesn't say how terrified she is of failing here. Why Seoul? Why not? Life's too short to stay comfortable. He laughs. Actually laughs. When was the last time he laughed? I needed to hear that. They talk until Mrs. Kim gently tells them she's closing. 3 hours have passed like 3 minutes. What starts as coincidence becomes intentional. Min-jun finds himself texting her, something he's never done with any of his mother's approved candidates. They meet at the Han River at sunset. She teaches him about Southern American food and tells him about her grandmother's diner. He shows her secret spots in Seoul only locals know. The small bookshop in Bukshin, the tea house in Insadong where time stands still. One evening, as they sit by the river, the Bampo Bridge fountain show illuminating the night, tell me something real. I'm engaged. The lie surprises him even as he says it. He's not engaged, but his mother is arranging it. Same thing in his world. Then what are we doing? I don't know, but I don't want to stop. It's the most honest thing he's said in years. Madame Hwang is planning the meeting with the Jung family. Everything must be perfect. The marriage will unite two pharmaceutical empires, creating an unstoppable conglomerate. Min-jun's younger sister, Hwang Ji-woo, a fashion designer who survived her own rebellion against their mother, watches her brother with knowing eyes. Appa, you're smiling at your phone. Who is she? No one. Liar. Good. Mom's about to sacrifice you to corporate Korea. You deserve something real first. But Ji-woo doesn't know how deep it goes. Min-jun is falling for Zara. Actually falling. The woman who knows nothing about his real life, his real identity, his real prison. Zara's students are preparing for the International Day presentation. One student, Minesio, asks her about love. Teacher, do you believe in forbidden love? What do you mean? Like Romeo and Juliet. When the world says no but your heart says yes. Zara thinks about June. How he holds back even when his eyes say everything. How he walks her home but never comes inside. How he's there but not there. I think love shouldn't be forbidden. But sometimes the world makes it that way. And then you have to decide. Do you fight for it or do you let it go? She doesn't know she's answering her own question. Zara's school is invited to a charity gala supporting international education. It's her first fancy Korean event. She borrows a simple black dress from a teacher friend, practices her Korean greetings, and hopes she doesn't embarrass herself. The ballroom is magnificent. Crystal chandeliers, designer gowns, Korea's elite. She feels like an imposter. And then she sees him across the room. But this isn't June in casual clothes. This is Dr. Hwang Min-jun, in a custom tuxedo, standing next to his mother, greeting a line of people who bow deeply to him. The same man who ate street food with her. The same man who laughed at her terrible Korean pronunciation. Her heart stops. He sees her. Their eyes lock across the ballroom. His face drains of color. Before either can move, his mother appears on stage for the welcome speech. Tonight, we celebrate not only education but also family. I'm thrilled to announce my son, Dr. Hwang Min-jun, heir to Hwang Corporation and one of Seoul's most eligible bachelors, will be attending these events more frequently as he prepares for his upcoming engagement to Dr. Young Hae-won. The room applauds. Zara feels like she's been punched. She turns and walks out, through the lobby, into the Seoul night. Min-jun abandons the gala, ignoring his mother's sharp call, ignoring the whispers, and runs after her. He finds her on the steps outside, tears streaming down her face. Zara, please. You lied to me. You said June. Just June. Not Dr. Hwang. Not heir to a corporation. Not engaged. I'm not engaged. My mother arranges these things. I don't have a choice. You don't have a choice? You're a grown man. You're a doctor. You're rich. And you're telling me you don't have a choice about who you marry? You don't understand how it works here. Then explain it to me. Because from where I'm standing, you played me. You let me fall for someone who doesn't even exist. He exists. Everything we shared was real. That was me. The real me. Not the heir. Not the doctor. Just me. Min-jun grabs her hands. But that's not enough, is it? Because tomorrow you'll go back to being Dr. Hwang, and I'll go back to being the foolish American girl who thought she could be special. You are special. Then choose me. Silence. The kind that breaks hearts. I can't. Zara nods, tears falling freely now. Then we're done. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't show up at random restaurants. We're done, June. Or Min-jun. Or whoever you really are. She walks away. Min-jun stands there, watching her disappear into Seoul's neon glow. And for the first time in his perfect, controlled life, he feels completely lost. Min-jun goes through the motions. He meets Young Hae-won. She's perfect on paper. Beautiful, educated, from the right family. She understands the arrangement. She wants the merger. They have dinner. They attend an opera. They take the photos for the society pages. But when she talks, he doesn't hear her. He hears Zara's laugh. When she smiles, it doesn't reach her eyes like Zara's does. Zara throws herself into teaching. Her students notice she's sad. Minaseo, the student who asked about forbidden love, leaves a note on her desk. Teacher, fight for your heart. Jiwoo finds her brother on the rooftop garden, the place he used to escape as a child. You love her. It doesn't matter. When did my brave Appa become a coward? Min-jun turns sharply. You don't understand what's at stake. I understand exactly what's at stake. I was you 5 years ago. Mom wanted me to marry a chaebol son. I said no. She cut me off. I lived in a studio apartment and ate ramen for a year while building my fashion line. But you know what? I was free. And now my designs are in Paris Fashion Week. And Mom pretends she supported me all along. I can't. You can. You just won't. Because you're scared. But let me tell you something, Appa. Living a life someone else chose for you? That's not living. That's just existing. Zara talks to her daddy, tears streaming down her face. Daddy, I messed up. I fell for someone impossible. Baby girl, your grandmother used to say something. She said, love is never impossible. Circumstances are. But true love fights through circumstances. What if he doesn't fight? Then he wasn't your love. He was your lesson. The engagement announcement is scheduled for tomorrow. The merger papers are drawn up. Everything is proceeding according to plan. Min-jun sits in the boardroom, surrounded by executives, his father at the head of the table. They're discussing the future. His future. A future that feels like a cage. Min-jun will take over as CEO after the marriage. The Young merger solidifies our position for the next 50 years. 50 years. Min-jun does the math. He's 28. 50 years means he'll be 78. His entire life. Planned. Executed. Without a single choice of his own. He thinks about Zara's words. Life's too short to stay comfortable. He stands up. No. The room falls silent. What did you say? His father's voice is ice. I said no. I won't marry Young Hae-won. I won't merge the companies. I won't live a life that isn't mine. His mother gasps. Min-jun, sit down right now. I'm sorry, mother, father, but I'm in love with someone else. And I'm going to fight for her. Zara is teaching her last class of the day when the principal interrupts. "Miss Thompson, you have a visitor." She walks to the main office, confused. And there he is, Min-jun. Not in a suit, in jeans and a simple shirt, with a bouquet of wildflowers. Not expensive roses, but the kind that grow on Georgia roadsides, which he had to special order and cost him a fortune to fly in overnight. "I choose you." Zara's eyes fill with tears. "What about your family? The engagement? Everything? I choose you. I don't know what happens next. My mother might disown me. The company might pass to someone else. But I know one thing. I can't live a lie anymore. You showed me what real feels like. And I'm not letting that go. Your family will hate me. Probably. My mother definitely will. But Jiwoo already loves you. And she's never even met you. And eventually they'll see what I see. Someone brave enough to chase her dreams across the world. Someone who makes me want to be brave too." Zara walks to him, closes the distance, looks up into his eyes. "This won't be easy. Nothing worth having is. Your mother will make my life hell. I'll be right there with you. We're from completely different worlds. Then we'll build our own." She kisses him, in front of her students who have pressed their faces against the window and are filming on their phones. The video will go viral in Korea within hours. In front of the principal who pretends not to see. In front of the world that says they don't fit. Thompson's Diner has a new sign, Thompson's Seoul Branch. It's small, in Itaewon, serving Southern American comfort food with Korean fusion twists. Graham's recipes with Min-jun's mother's reluctant kimchi recipe. She came around after Jiwoo staged an intervention. Zara still teaches part-time. Min-jun still practices medicine but stepped down from the CEO track. His younger cousin took over, someone who actually wanted the job. Madame Hwang attends the restaurant opening, though she arrives late and leaves early. Baby steps. They're engaged now. The ring isn't from Cartier. It's from a small jeweler in Jongno who crafts custom pieces. It has both their birthstones, sapphire and emerald, meeting in the middle. "Your mama still hates me," Zara says, watching Madame Hwang's Mercedes drive away. She hates that she can't control this. But she doesn't hate you. Give her time. How much time? Maybe 50 years. Min-jun laughs. "Good thing I'm patient." They stand in front of their restaurant, a small-town girl and Seoul's former golden boy, and watch the sun set over the Han River. "No regrets? Only that I didn't choose you sooner." Smooth talker. "I learned from the best." She leans into him, and they stand there, two worlds colliding, creating something entirely new. Because love isn't about where you come from. It's about where you're brave enough to go.